I'm supposed to have 2 meetings tomorrow. I don't know whether they're going to happen or not, because I don't know whether the people I'm meeting are going to be able to get into town on the train. I mean, I think it's all very well for these union leaders to keep pushing for these inflation-busting pay rises. They earn a fortune.
They do.
Show me a union leader that isn't earning at least 100 grand a year.
Lynch,
and they're trying to force people on minimum wage to keep striking. Now, just take one strike, the Royal Mail strike. The Royal Mail is losing £1 million a day because of these strikes. If they're not very careful, those post office workers are going to find themselves out of a job before very long, because the Royal Mail is going to go bust. And the other thing, OK, let's assume you get your inflation-busting pay rise. What's going to happen? Are you going to be prepared to take an inflationary pay cut when we go into recession, when the GDP plummets, when inflation hits the floor, interest rates go down? No, of course they're not going to be taking a pay cut. And that, I'm afraid, is what's going to happen.
You say that Royal Mail is losing £1 million a day due to postal workers going on strike, but £3 billion has been handed out to shareholders since it was privatised.
Actually,
so how come you don't blame the rich shareholders over the workers on relatively low pay?
He's right about that.
Royal Mail has now cut its dividend. Shareholders in Royal Mail are not getting anything right.
So why aren't they paying that back so that workers can feed their own kids?
It's how a private company works. You need investment. You need those shareholders to invest money in order to keep a business going, to keep them happy. Now there is no money. Now they're losing money. That shareholding is gone. I'm sorry, that's a very shallow
It is worth pointing out that the RMT have been offered a 9% pay rise with no compulsory redundancies. And they've said no, thank you very much, which actually proves to me that Lynch isn't interested in getting his workers money. He's interested in trashing the government.
To bring the government
the general
down.
strike by stealth to try and bring the government down. And I actually feel sick that nurses who are there to protect us, and I know there are many good nurses at home watching, but this union demanding 9%.
It's ridiculous.
And putting lives at risk.
But do you know where that figure comes from, Dan? That figure, 19%, is because if nurses' pay had risen in line with inflation each year since 2010, that's what they would be
Tell
owed.
that to a supermarket worker. Tell that to your bartender behind your local pub, OK?
Why
Times
should they
are tough
be paid?
at the moment, and
why
what
should
we
they
have to
why
make
should
sure
nurses take
is
a pay
that we
cut,
don't
Dan?
end up into an inflationary death spiral. Now, you can talk about previous years,
it is a ridiculous
but
pay.
19%. So you endorse
if you value nurses...
OK, so you endorse a 19% pay rise for nurses, do you?
Well, it's clear that right now you can't pay
answer the question?
But what I'm telling
you don't.
Dan,
so you don't want nurses to get a 19% pay rise either, so then they're going to go out on strike.
What I'm telling you, Dan, is
what you're telling me is you don't want nurses
to... 12 years in a row.
What you've
and
just
you play
told
the
me,
act of valuing them, but you don't pay them.
No, what you've just told me is that you don't want nurses to receive a 19% pay increase.
I think if they got the current inflation level, that would be what we can do.
I'm
explaining to you where this figure comes from.
You know what would be very sensible?
You support nurses when you don't think they should even be paid inflationary levels.
What would be sensible if...
Neither do you. You've just said as much.